What's up, Rebels? Welcome back to the Health Rebel. It's a place where we call BS on fake health food, expose the stuff wrecking your insides, and give you the real tools to heal, not hype. Now, if you've been eating healthy, but you still feel bloated, foggy, inflamed, or just off, you're not broken. You've just been lied to. Because a lot of the foods marketed as healthy are actually gut wreckers in disguise. Today I'm going to show you 5 of the biggest offenders and give you simple, powerful swaps to use instead. And I'm betting at least one of these is sitting in your kitchen right now. Probably multiple ones, I bet. But first, you know the drill. Like this video, subscribe, drop a comment below. Tell me which of these fake health foods you've been eating or which one you're cutting off today. Your comment might help someone else connect the dots. And I respond to almost every comment, so please do it. So, of course, I'm not a doctor, right? I'm just a guy who's tired of watching people get sicker from foods and be totally confused about what they should be doing. Talk to your own practitioner before you make any big changes. Now let's go, shall we? So the number one thing that is a wrecker of your gut health, believe it or not, is whole wheat bread. Now this one has a health halo around it, but let's pull it off for a minute. Most store-bought wheat bread is made from modern hybridized wheat. Hybridized wheat, you're probably like, what is that? Well, it means it's high in gluten, which increases intestinal permeability, aka leaky gut. If you watched our last episode, you know that. It's sprayed with glyphosate. You know what that is? It's a pesticide. And by the way, they found that in my body when they did my blood work. It's a gut microbiome destroyer. It's been stripped of fiber and nutrients and then re-enriched with synthetic vitamins. So they take out all the good stuff and then they pump back in these synthetic vitamins so they can say it's good for you. It's also generally loaded with preservatives, sugar, and industrial yeast that feed bad bacteria. So, what can you eat instead? Well, you can do things like sprouted grain bread. There's a brand called Ezekiel, if you can tolerate gluten. It's really good, I think. I eat it quite often. You got to keep it in the fridge or the freezer, but it's really good. You can do sourdough. That's pretty good, right? Fermented the old school way. Or you can just ditch bread completely and wrap your stuff in collard greens, lettuce, or even, believe it or not, a grain-free coconut wrap. They're really good. You can get them at places like Whole Foods and Trader Joe's. They're awesome. You'll love them. Second thing that's a wrecker are plant-based protein bars. I mean, it sounds healthy, right? But most bars, even the quote-unquote clean ones, are gut bombs. They're packed with things like pea protein isolate. It's highly processed and very tough to digest. Sugar alcohols, which is like things like erythritol, sorbitol, xylitol, those things ferment in your gut, and that equals gas, bloating, and the dreaded diarrhea. They include things like chicory root or inulin. It's marketed as fiber, but it actually destroys people with sensitive guts. They have things like natural flavors, gums, and seed oils. If you haven't watched a seed oil episode, get on that one that I have in the playlist. Now, what things you can eat instead, which are real healthy, are a handful of raw nuts and a hard-boiled egg. You always balance, right? Collagen protein smoothie with berries and maybe throw some frozen avocado in there. A clean snack like Chomp's beef sticks or Paleo Valley beef sticks are real good. Or a boiled pasture-raised egg, not the factory farm stuff. Or go old school, real food. It works. So third thing that these foods that destroy your gut, number 3 would be flavored yogurt, even the Greek kind. Here's the problem. Most of these have up to 20 grams of sugar in just one of those little tiny cups. Fruit on the bottom, that's really sugar syrup. It's not really fruit. They have things like artificial thickeners, gums, and stabilizers. They say they have live cultures in there, but they don't survive the shelf or your stomach acid. So, you know what you can eat instead? You do like plain unsweetened Greek yogurt or a full fat coconut yogurt. I love it. There's a brand out there I absolutely love called Coco June, Cocojune. I eat it almost every day, and you got to make sure you don't get the sweetened ones. Get the unsweetened. It comes in. It's like coconut flavored coconut yogurt. It's great. And then you could do things like add your own berries, your own cinnamon. If you want to throw a little honey in, you normally don't have to, but you can do it. Raw honey. And a bonus is if you toss in some chia seeds and let it sit overnight for a gut-friendly pudding, it'll thicken things up like you would not believe. Number 4, gluten-free snacks and breads. I know this is going to be controversial for the whole gluten-free crowd out there, but just because it says gluten-free doesn't mean it's healthy. Remember that. Most gluten-free products are made with things like cornstarch, tapioca starch, potato starch. These all spike your blood sugar and feed bad bacteria. Things like gums, like xanthan and guar gum, they create gut distress in sensitive people. Inflammatory oils like canola or sunflower oil. And again, look at the seed oil episode. You won't believe how these things are made. It's toxic. And they have zero fiber or protein. So what you can eat instead of a gluten-free snack or bar are some grain-free crackers made from almond or coconut flour. Cassava tortillas from clean brands. Let me show you one. I actually just picked this up. This is called Siete grain-free chips. And this is made from something called the cassava. I'm telling you, you will not notice a difference in the taste or the crunch or anything. They're fantastic. And they don't do the damage to your gut or spike your blood sugar like traditional corn or wheat would do. Or you can ditch, these gluten-free breads entirely and use avocado slices, cucumber rounds, or even roasted sweet potato as your carrier of whatever you're eating. And the 5th food that's destroying your gut are these things called natural flavors, gums, and hidden ingredients. It's in almost anything. If you walk through a grocery store and you're not on the outside aisle of the store, you're getting a lot of this crap. And this isn't a food, it's a pattern. What the food companies do is they sneak these ingredients into what they would consider heart healthy or healthy things. And, so like protein powders, nut milk, sauces, teas, clean snacks, and health drinks. The worst offenders are natural flavors. If you see natural flavors, run. It doesn't mean it's natural. Did you get that? Doesn't mean it's natural. Because these things can contain MSG, solvents, and chemicals. They don't have to tell you what's in it. It's a way that the food companies can hide these ingredients. There's another thing called carrageenan, which is linked to gut lining inflammation. Things like xanthan, guar, cellulose gums, they're cheap thickeners that disrupt digestion. Citric acid, believe it or not, is usually made from mold and GMO corn. GMO is genetically modified corn. So what do you do instead? Well, read the labels. Man, if you can get something that's like 5 ingredients or less, and you can actually understand and read the ingredients, you're in a pretty good spot. Choose brands that disclose every ingredient. If it says natural flavor, that's a loophole. Stay away from it. Make simple versions of these things at home. You don't need 14 ingredients in your almond milk. You can make it at home. The biggest message here really is that this isn't about fear. It's about raising your level of awareness. You see, you can't heal your gut while constantly putting landmines in your body disguised as health food. And no, you don't have to be perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But when you clean out the fake stuff and fuel your body with real food, that is when the inflammation drops, the craving stops, the energy comes back, and the gut finally gets a chance to heal. I think you all know, if you've watched my series on my type 2 diabetes reversal journey, I'm a month into this, and I'm following this stuff to the T. I've been very, very good. And I am telling you, I used to be a sweets and ice cream addict. When I say I was an addict, I literally would stop at an ice cream store almost every day. I was so addicted to it. I haven't even thought about it since I went on this routine. So remember, you've been eating what you were told was good for you, but that doesn't mean it was right. And now you know better. And when you know better, you rebel smarter. So what's the next episode about? Well, we're going to go deep into gut symptoms most people ignore, the ones you never guess are connected to your digestion. Until then, do me a favor, smash that like button, subscribe, comment below, put the little bell icon on, and comment on what gut-wrecking health food you're going to ditch first. Let us know. I'd love to hear, and I respond to almost everything. So stay strong, stay skeptical, and please keep rebelling, because your gut and your health is too important to be fooled by bullshit marketing. Have a great day.